12 years. That's 12 years. That is the amount of years of public American schooling that I have completed. And I'm currently 1 week exactly into my 13th year. And that is my last year of American public schooling. I got kindergarten and then grades 1 to 12. I've just started grade 12. I was planning on recording this video before the year started, but then I forgot. That's neither here nor there. It has been 12 years since I started public school. And now that I've barely started my senior year of high school, I've kind of realized, like, damn, I got like a year left, actually less. 1 year from today, I will have left American public school and gone to some college. I don't know where yet, maybe like Penn State. A bunch of other candidates do for that, but that's, irrelevant. Also, sorry for the awful lighting, my bad. Only 8:47 p.m. and my blinds are closed because it's dark outside. This is the best load I have at the moment, so my fault. But yeah, I think I started my YouTube channel in 6th grade. That was when I was barely past the halfway point of American public schooling. So this channel, it's kind of crazy that this channel has existed for half of my school career. Like, at least before college, half of my pre-college career. Like, if you're an OG and you've been here from the start, which there's I think the only OG on my channel is me, because no one cares on my channel because I have 200 subscribers. But if you're an OG and you've been watching from the start, you've seen me grow up. You've watched so many of my videos, I think, maybe, surely. You've watched a bunch of my videos and you've seen me progressively get older and older and older, and now here we are, grade 12, senior year of high school, and it's just kind of crazy to look back and reflect. I have grown, this sounds stupid, but I've grown so much as a person, over the course of school. I'm actually not the same person I was 13 years ago. It's hard to believe, but yeah. Duke is playing Clemson right now. They just kicked another field goal. Kind of sucks they're not capitalizing on their opportunities, but they're actually kind of destroying the poop out of Clemson right now, even though it's only 6-0. It's the second quarter. Clemson has no points, and Clemson was favored by 16.5. So surely Duke pulls off the upset here. Who knows? Oh, good. I missed the pause button and drop my stick at the same time. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video because it's just kind of iconic. It's not like my typical satirical, dumb, wild, rambunctious type humor. It's actually kind of sentimental, because it's kind of looking back and reflecting, and it's bittersweet because I only have 1 year left, but I only have 1 year left. It's weird to think, and in 365 days, all my best friends will be at different places than I am. We're not gonna be able to just say yo, can I pull up? Yeah, sure. In 1 year, I'll have a completely different friend group circle. Unless I go to Penn State with Brian or something. Because I know there's a bunch of, or any of my friends go to UVA or UMD. There's probably going to be at least 2 or 3 people from my friend group now that go to UMD. There's a low chance that I'm going to go to the same college as any of them. But if I do, I'll have maybe one other friend that I was really close with in high school. And other than that, it'll be a completely different friend circle. And it's just kind of this is our friend group has built so much, and it started so small, now it's got so big, and brothers have been bonded. We've all gotten so much closer, and it took years and years to get to this point. And now, the title of this video, One Last Ride. We got 1 year left. We grew up together. I knew, Rashad Onoja said 2nd grade, and now I'm driving in places. Things like that with all my friends, we used to not be, we used to be have to schedule a 30-minute long play date 3 weeks in advance, and now we can just tell our mom, yeah, I'm leaving to go to my friend's house for a sleepover in 20 minutes. I'll be back at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We can just do that now. We've progressed so much. We're so much older, so much more mature. We have girlfriend. It's crazy. So to the boys, make this year a good one, because you kind of don't really have a choice. It just feels crazy because another thing. COVID existed. COVID cut short my 8th grade year. It was March 13th of my 8th grade year, so I did the last 3 months of 8th grade online. But it wasn't online with Zoom. At least in 8th grade, not in high school, but in middle school, the 3 months of online was just assignments. I had probably 2 or 3 assignments a week. And now I get 2 to 3 assignments a day. It was so easy, but it also kind of limited our communication. And I think freshman year, even though my freshman year was my fully online year. And it's that's when my friend group slowly started forming, because we barely ever saw each other in person, but when we did, it was momentous, because we could never really do that. So, the friend group was formed, in middle school, but it grew and got closer once high school began, and especially once sophomore year began. Because freshman year, like, I feel like freshman year was like 2 months long. Like, I'm convinced that didn't happen. Like, freshman year wasn't real. I made a separate YouTube video about this like a year ago. Like, the entire 2020 to 21 school year did not happen. You're really gonna tell me that for an entire ass year, we didn't have school on Wednesdays? At least that's what it was in my county. It probably wasn't like that nationwide. But like, so it was the summer of 2020, and then the entire 2021 school year, and the summer of 2021. So that's 15 months. There was a span of 15 months where I did not, well actually, technically closer to like 18. Because of the last of 8th grade. But anyway, there's a span of about 18-ish months where I never, ever went in person on school on a Wednesday. And it was like first week of sophomore year when I went to school on Wednesday. That was the first time I went to school on a Wednesday in over a year and a half. Like, what? I just talked about that and it was completely irrelevant. I should shut up. Sophomore year we had to wear masks, but I also rediscovered, like, I was so nervous about high school. Because, like, we went to freshman orientation as sophomores. Like, in the 2021 to 22 school year, half the school had never seen the inside of the building before. Half the school was new to in-person high school. Like, that must have been crazy for not just the students, but for, like, the staff as well. Such a goofy year. Like, we had to wear masks the whole year, but I made so many friends that year. And I got closer with so many of my already friends that year. And, like, the friends I met that year, a lot of them, well, actually, all but, like, 4 of them, I'm still really, really close with. It's more than 4, but, like, there's some exceptions. There's some slight exceptions. But, like, there's at least, like, a bunch of people I can think of off the top of my head that, like, you know, I'm still really good friends with to this day. And I didn't think I'd make that many friends and stuff when I thought I would just stay within my own circle. But, like, you meet people in high school, which is weird because I didn't know that until sophomore year. Class is forever going to be the only generation that's, like, the only class, the only one-year students that will be able to say, like, yeah, I didn't make any high school friends till sophomore year. So weird. I was, like, throwing my sticks off camera, and I dropped it, and it landed in the Lego bin. Because there's a Lego bin off camera right here. And it landed inside of this thing. Because there's a hole in it. It landed like that. Like, inside of it. That's kind of crazy, if I do say so myself. The hottest thing I've ever done right there. That stick flip was low-key immaculate. And ever since we got to high school, we've really learned to distinguish between good and bad teachers as well. Because in high school, we learned that middle school teachers are so much more, well, I guess high school teachers are so much more chill. I was trying to figure out the word that's opposite to chill, but I thought of chill first. High school teachers are so much more chill, especially as you get older. And, like, there's so many that are so lenient and so understanding. But there are also, you know, once in a while you find a dud. There are definitely a couple of duds, you know, a couple of bums. In high school, we really learned, you know, how to distinguish them from each other, especially with feedback to and from each other, like student-wise. It's kind of like a skill you need to have, which you usually start building in freshman year because you can use that skill in college. But, like, you usually start building in freshman year. I was not able to build it until sophomore year. So I really only had 3 years, not 4, but I was still able to, you know, get it. And it's the start of my senior year, and I think I have a pretty good grasp on that skill at that point. This point, I mean, my fault. Kind of crazy, like, anyway, back in, the sophomore year happened, right? I made so many new friends. I discovered really what high school was all about because that was my first year of high school. It was kind of crazy. It wasn't too difficult because I was only in 2 APs. It wasn't that bad. It was sophomore year. And then came back in junior year. Junior year was my first normal year of high school since 7th grade. It was 11th grade, so it was my first normal year in 4 years, and that was because I didn't have to wear masks in junior year. And in sophomore year I did, and we had a bunch of, like, kind of closures or whatever, and a bunch of snow days. But junior year was, like, normal, kind of, which is crazy because it was also very difficult. I took 4 AP classes because I am suicidal, I guess. I made more friends, and I got closer with my friends, and, you know, we started driving. Like, we can drive to these other places now. We, like, mastered, like, we have this massive group chat that we use all the time. We, like, mastered cheating. Sorry, I don't want to say that, but, like, learned even more about, like, the inner mechanics in high school because, you know, we're upperclassmen now. Like, we went to prom, we did homecoming because we didn't do, well, homecoming the year before that was on the same night as state championships for marching band, which is the reason I didn't go. In hindsight, I should have gone. Well, actually, no, I was in line to get tickets. They sold exactly 1,000 tickets, and me and Brian and Rashab were, like, at the cutoff of, like, the 1,000th ticket. So they were like, yeah, we only have one ticket left, and there's 3 of you. But me and Brian were like, yeah, we have band, and Rashab doesn't. We'll just give it to Rashab. So we did that. So that's why I didn't go to homecoming, because I was 1,001st in line. Or maybe I was 1,002nd. I don't know. But the 1,000th one to get Rashab. But then junior year, we went to homecoming. We went to prom. Like, we, like, grew up junior year. Like, that was the growing up year. Because that's when we were upperclassmen. That's when it was normal. And that's when it was, like, we opened up. Now senior year, we have so many people. Like we're the leaders of the school, which is wild because like online school feels like yesterday. You know, it's like crazy. The biggest, we're the oldest, we're the most wise. We're not taking as hard classes as the juniors, so we're kind of chilling. Most of us. We can drive. A lot of us are in committed relationships, like me. I love Emma so much. It's kind of like sophomore year breezed by, junior year breezed by, senior year I just started, and I feel like it's gonna breeze by. And then when it does, like I have one more summer. Like next summer, I'm gonna work as a lifeguard with my friend Max, and then college. And it's just kind of like this year. I know from previous experience it's gonna go really fast, and then it'll be gone. Like, kind of sucks actually. School is like, I think I can speak for like everyone when I say I hate school, but like, damn, I'm gonna miss that place. Like, I love it. Like marching band and track. I did track last year, which I completely forgot to mention. There's so many things that I'm just never gonna be able to do again. And it's kind of like, damn, we only got 1 year. Like 1 year ago, I just started junior year, but I feel like that was yesterday. So I feel like in 1 year, when I look back at the start of the senior year, I'm gonna be like, I feel like that was just yesterday. I feel like it's gonna pass so fast, and then I'll like never see my friends again, and that'll suck. So it's kind of just like one last ride. We're gonna make this a really good one. I know we are. We have more freedom and privileges than ever before. You know, it's just like it's gonna be a good year. We got senior week. We're going to see each other in the summer, but maybe not a ton because a lot of us are going to be working, a lot of us are going to be doing college stuff, and during the year as well, a lot of us are going to be doing college stuff. We got band season, we got track season, we got NFL season, which starts this Thursday. Like, all my friends are in a fantasy football league, we're all obsessed with football, like, that's going to be a thing. Overall, this year, it's going to be memorable, it's going to be unforgettable. It better be memorable and unforgettable because it's my last year with my boys. And, you know, school as well. It's my last year of American Public School. I haven't really mentioned that aspect, but that's a whole other thing. I don't feel like going down that rabbit hole because this video is already too long. Yeah. In a year I'll be in college, so we better make this year memorable. That's about it. See ya.